Hi guys, welcome to the Studentship YouTube channel. In this video, I will share with you things you must know to score high and pass your Post UTME exams. You see, I remember many years ago when I wrote my last Post UTME exam because I wrote JAMB for many years. Because for many years I was trying to get admission into the university and it was not possible because of many mistakes I made in time past. So for this reason, I always like to share this advice with students who are preparing for their exam, their post-UTME exam, so that you will not make such mistakes and you get a very high chance of getting admission into the university to study your dream course. If you are new to this channel, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel, because here on the Studentship YouTube channel, I share a lot of educational videos on how to pass your exams like the JAMB, the WAEC, and the Post UTME exam. And by the time you get into the university, you will find most of my videos helpful. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Now, when it comes to Post UTME preparation, I see many students make the same mistake over and over again. And what is this mistake? This mistake is choosing a school, that is an institution or a course that does not align with their JAMB score. I get a lot of messages from students who say they got so and so score, they want to study so and so course. By the time I do an analysis, I find out that their JAMB score does not align with the course they want to study, neither is it compatible with the institutions they've applied for in JAMB. What do I mean? For example, you find students with, let's say, 160, trying to get admission into the University of Lagos to study mass communication. It's not possible because there are just many factors. The University of Lagos is one of the most competitive federal universities in Nigeria, and meeting the cutoff mark for mass communication is going to be very difficult. It is very important that you go for a course that aligns with your JAMB score. You have to know if your JAMB score can get you that course. This is not a thing of luck. This is not a thing of, oh, I believe that I will get it. No, if your JAMB score is low, then you can't get that course. For example, for someone who wants to study medicine and surgery at the University of Nigeria, needs a minimum of 300 and above to stand a good chance for admission, because there are other students who equally have high JAMB score going for that same course. So you have to really find out what is your JAMB score and what course you can get. I think the mistake is many students have this misconception that I have to study at a federal university, I have to study a medical course, I have to study law, I have to study very high competitive courses. Let me tell you, see, state universities, they also offer high quality education. The reason why it's easier to get into a state university is because the competition is less compared to federal universities. So if you see that your JAMB score cannot get you your course of choice in a federal university, then you should do a change of JAMB to a state university, because it's not going to make any sense when you start preparing for your Post UTME exams, trying to get a high Post UTME score when your JAMB score is low. Because most universities in Nigeria use the JAMB score and Post UTME score to calculate your aggregates, for your admission. So by the time you get a low JAMB score, then you are already at a disadvantage. That's just what I'm trying to say here. So if you're not sure if your JAMB score can get you the course you want, then you should let me know in the comments and I'll give you the best advice as possible. Because the reason why I'm stressing on this is for you not to make the mistake, not to waste your admission chances. One of the mistakes I made was trying to apply for a competitive course because I wanted to get into the College of Medicine and I was getting 180, 170 in my JAMB. And I still applied for a medical course, which did not work out. It was until I got a high score in my JAMB and smashed my Post UTME. That was when I was able to get into medical school. So that is just how it works. Let me be honest with you. There are some JAMB scores that cannot get you admission into a federal or a state university. You probably need to apply to a polytechnic. And there is nothing wrong in attending a polytechnic, because many students feel like I have to do everything as much as possible to get admission into a university, which is good. But then, if peradventure your JAMB score is low, because I'm assuming you are watching this video after you've seen your JAMB score. So if peradventure your JAMB score is low, that cannot get you admission into a state university, then you need to apply to a polytechnic. Applying to a polytechnic does not mean that you are going to become a failure in life. That is not how it works. When I took my JAMB, when I took my Post UTME and I did not get admission, I had to take different routes, because sometimes in life you have to take different routes to get to your destination. After your 2 years at the polytechnic, you can apply via direct entry to get admission to university, or during your first year at the polytechnic you can also prepare for your JAMB. You can also prepare for another JAMB. For students who get another course that is different from what they want, you can also use your first year to prepare for another JAMB so that you can get a chance to study your dream course. What am I trying to say? For example, if my dream is to study nursing, and because I had a low JAMB score and I got admission into a different course, that doesn't mean that I can't study nursing. No. During your first year, you can also use that time to prepare for your Post UTME. In your first year, most of the things you'll be taught are all related to what you did in secondary school, which will also enhance your preparation for your JAMB examination. So you shouldn't give up. You shouldn't think that, oh, because I have a low JAMB score, that means I'm not going to achieve my purpose in life. That is not what it means. My aim here is to ensure that you get admission into the university or the polytechnic. So make sure you analyze your JAMB score, because that is what will determine your chances. Because with a low JAMB score and a high Post UTME score, you might also not meet the cutoff mark for your course. So that is just what I'm trying to say here. Now, the next advice I have for you is to prepare for your Post UTME exams. I've done a video on how to pass your Post UTME exam, but I want to highlight something here. You see, the Post UTME is the last hurdle you need to cross to get admission into the university. Here is where many students relax, especially those who got a good JAMB score. And I think the reason is because you don't know the date for your Post UTME. So many students tend to relax because it's easier for JAMB. You know, okay, JAMB is going to take place in March, it's going to take place in June. So you know how to really prepare based on the time duration you have. But Post UTME, there is no specific calendar on when the Post UTME exam will hold. This is the reason why a lot of students tend to relax, try to, just enjoy themselves. But then I want to tell you that you should not relent. Whether or not you know the date for your Post UTME, you should start your preparation now. You need to start preparing now for your Post UTME. Do not get distracted by WhatsApp, by Instagram, by TikTok and other social media apps. You while away your time on there. Because by the time you get admission into the university or polytechnic, you have time for all of that. What you need, your priority right now, is to get admission into the university. So all your effort and energy should be on passing your Post UTME exams. It should be on passing your Post UTME exam with a very high JAMB score. Because admission into the universities is straightforward. Those with high JAMB scores stand a higher chance of getting admission. Get a study timetable, plan your study. It could result to you going to a state library, going to somewhere else to study. So because you are at home preparing for your Post UTME, you can decide to study between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You go somewhere else, or you try to create a serene environment in your home to study. And within that period of time, you tell yourself, I'm not going to be distracted by anything, by any social media or by friends. I just want to study. So you study every day for your Post UTME. So by the time you are able to do all of this, you get yourself prepared for your Post UTME exams. Now, one thing that can help you in your Post UTME preparation is to know the format for the Post UTME exam. I know you are going to ask, how do I know the format for your Post UTME exam? Now, this is the reason why you must get the past question for the school you are applying to study at. So if I'm applying to study at Uniport, so let's say I'm applying to study at Uniport, it means that I need to get the Uniport past question. But many students will say, I'm in Lagos, there is no way for me to get the Uniport past question. That is not an excuse. I remember when I took my last JAMB, I was at Port Harcourt at that time. There was these 2 textbooks I needed to get from my JAMB preparation, and they were not available in the whole of Port Harcourt. I had to contact the publisher in Lagos to send the books over. I paid for the books, I paid for the way bill. So you have to go the extra mile. No matter where you are staying, whether you are staying at a far distance from the school, you have to find somebody to send the books over to you. And it's very easy to get this information. It's going to affect your performance if you get to see the format for the Post UTME exam on the day of the exam. It's not going to work like that. You need to get that Post UTME past questions right now and start your preparation with it. Now, many students make this mistake of getting the past question and cramming the answers in the past question. It's not going to help you at all. You see, that past question is supposed to guide you, to tell you that this is the subject combinations you are going to take in your examination. In some schools, whether you are applying to study an arts or a science course, you will be required to take mathematics and verbal reasonings in your exam. So when you get this past question and you see the format, then you know that, well, okay, I have to start my preparation in this way. Some schools will also require you to get information on history about Nigeria, know the meaning of acronyms of different organizations in Nigeria and West Africa. So this is the reason why that past question is very, very important. The past question is not something you have to cram expecting to see exact question on the day of your exam. It's a guide. So for example, if I'm applying to study at the University of Ibadan, I need to get that past question and work with it, because that past question is going to tell you how efficient your study is and how prepared you are for the exam. So by the time you see that you are having challenges tackling or answering those past questions, it means that you need to improve on your study. Yes, that is just how it works. And that past question will help you to be time conscious, because most universities in Nigeria, their Post UTME exams is usually for 1 hour. So when you prepare with that past question, you'll be able to know how to manage your time, because on that day of the Post UTME, you are going to be under a lot of pressure. When I took my last Post UTME exam, that was at the University of Nigeria. On that day of the Post UTME, I got to the venue, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Library, and I saw multitude, thousands of students applying for that same course. I became anxious. I was overwhelmed with anxiety, because I kept asking myself, would I make it among these thousands of students? Because the population was just so much. And even during the exam, there was just this tension. It's normal. But by the time you are prepared for the exam, you will see that you're going to excel in the presence of that tension and anxiety. So preparing adequately is very necessary for your exam. This is the last time, this is the last opportunity you have. You need to use this opportunity. Months from now, you are going to be celebrating your matriculation ceremony, where your parents and your siblings will come together. They will be celebrating you. You'll be wearing your matriculation gown on that day. You're not going to remember the struggle you went through preparing or gaining admission into that school. What it will be is celebration. So now you have to pay the sacrifice, and that sacrifice is you preparing adequately for your exam. I don't want you to make the mistake of not preparing or taking your preparation serious. I want you to prepare for your exam so that you can get a very good score in your Post UTME. You must also get the required information, know when your school Post UTME form is available, know the venue for the Post UTME exam, because these informations are going to help you a lot. So if you have any question concerning your JAMB score or the institution you are applying to study at, let me know in the comments. I'm going to answer your questions as soon as possible. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. It is my prayer that God Almighty is going to grant you admission this year. I wish you success in your Post UTME exams.